Hi my dear students, our lesson for today talk about the physical and chemical changes. At first, no object is still as it is for a long time. It must change, but what causing change? And what are the types for this change? The title of our lesson today tell us that there are two types of changes. We have a physical change and the chemical change. So let's see what is the difference between these two differences. What happened to this iron? I think that the iron chain in this picture rust. Oh, rust. It's not still shiny as it was. So what causing this change? Matter change is changing from state to another state. First, the physical change. It is a change in the appearance, in the shape only of matter, without change in its structure, composition. So, in the physical change, the shape, just the shape change, without any change in its structure or composition. Like the ice cycle. In the ice cycle, the water change into vapor, and the vapor return to water, and the water can be frozen, and the ice can be melted, change into water, and the water change to water vapor. So the shape of water change, but it's still water. So the shape change and the structure not a change. So this change is a physical change. When we light the candle, the wax is heated, and by heating, the wax changes from the solid state into liquid state. But if we left it for a short time, it will return solid again. So the wax change its shape, but it's still wax, as it returns back to the first state. So this is the physical change. Grinding of sugar. When we grind the sugar is solid and crystals, and when we grind it change into powder. But in the two states, before grinding and after grinding, it's still having its taste, its sweet taste, but its shape and shape change, but its structure still as it is. So this is a physical change. Dissolving of table salt in water. The salt is a solid, and when we dissolve it in the water, its shape change and disappear inside the water, but its taste still as it is. It's still salty. So the change happened to its shape only, but structure changed. So the examples of the physical change of matter from state to another, solid to liquid to gas, but without any change in its structure. Dissolving of sugar or table salt. Malleability and ductility of elements, as when we bend the iron, it changes its shape, but its structure is still as it is. Melting of substances like wax. Grinding of sugar or salt. The water cycle and changing the water shape from the ice to water to vapor. That's all about the physical change. So what about the chemical change? Chemical change, it is a change in pose, appearance and structure. Both the shape and the structure change, producing a new substance with different properties. To produce a new substance, okay? Like burning of sugar. Do you remember the sugar with the sweetie taste? When we grind it, its a shape change, but its taste still as it is and the structure still as it is. But when we burn the sugar, its a shape change. The shape change and become with a dark brown color. But it's a structure too. When we test it, its taste become not sweet as it was before. So both the shape and the structure of the sugar change it when we burn it. Burning of paper. When we burn the paper, its a shape change and change into black ash, and the structure change it too, as we cannot write on this paper again. So it was a chemical change. Iron rusting. When we burn the iron or rust the iron rusting means that when we put the iron in the air and the water vapor, there is a layer of iron oxide form on it. So the change occurred to its shape and the structure. So this is a chemical change. So the examples of the chemical change are burning of substances like paper, wood, candle, fuel, sugar. Iron rust, mixing metals to form alloys. So melting of wax is a physical change, but burning wax is a chemical change. Melting of iron is a physical change, but rusting of iron is a chemical change. What are the alloys? Alloys, we talk about it in the chemical change, but it is the metal mixture. When we add some elements to molten iron, such as carbon and manganese, to give iron another properties, make it more solid and more resistance to rust. Adding copper to gold is the same. So when we mix metals together, this form alloys, and this is a chemical change, as it's a shape change and the structure and the chemical composition change too. Thank you for watching, but before I end my session, I will summarize all what I said in this video. Enjoy the video. Oh, cutting paper, it's a physical change. But burning paper, it's a chemical change. Look to this sandy castle. Oh, it's a physical change as the appearance or form change, but substances remain the same. It is still sand as it is, but its shape changed. Look, when we heat the ice, it melts and it changes into water. And by still heating the water, evaporation happens, and the water changes to water vapor. So, the water can be found in three states: ice, water, water vapor. All products formed still forms of water. Hence, this is a physical change. Look to this plate. Oh, broken. These broken pieces are still parts of the plate. Hence, this is a physical change. The shape changed, but its structure is still as it is. It's still parts of the plate. When wood burns, chemical reaction takes place and a new substance gets formed as the wood changed to wood. So this is a chemical change as the structure changed. Look at this car. Over time, chemical reactions have taken place, rusting and rusting. This is a chemical change. Look, when we light a matchstick, combustion reaction takes place. This is a chemical change. Now, do you know the difference between physical and chemical change? Physical change, the shape change, structure not a change. But chemical, both shape and the structure changes. Thank you for watching. Waiting you for the next lesson. Thank you.